when you are when you are when you are not speaking, you can mute your speak mic, but when you are speaking, please unmute your mic and then speak. So this is the pointer here to the mic. Those of you lost your internet connection, what happened? Internet down again. Mobile hotspot. We are trying to reconnect. I think we are getting reconnected thanks to Telstra. To join the meeting, you can't hear me, isn't it? It says lost connection still. Yeah, I think we are back. Are we? Let's get connected. Are we back?
Yes, yes, we are.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, thanks to Telstra, our internet dropped, and it is not you. It is me. So my internet connection got disrupted for few seconds, and now we are connected. All of you are connected, right?
Yeah.
We were always connected, Partha.
That's Ronak.
That's
It felt like the lecturer has left the class and all the students are like, what do we do? Should we still stay or we leave?
Thank you, Ronak. I think Ronak is one of the most witty persons we have. We all witty. We all consider ourselves as intelligent. Otherwise, we would not have learned in the first place, dared to learn this demanding business, which is known as Forex or commodity or share trading, because this business is the business which we are doing with us. So me and myself and my computer, you and yourself and your computer, and against you is you, with you is you. It's only you. So I consider Ronak as a very witty person. I was introducing him when we dropped. I think Ronak did something, but we
Keeping it secret.
it's secret. Yeah, Ronak is the Ronak joined for 5 months. Correct, Ronak?
Yes.
And he started by he started with us with a different way. He got started with intraday trading. So he got started with intraday trading because he was planning to sell off his business and then started trading. By the process of selling the business, he all of a sudden he got time rich. He was time challenged, as all of us who were doing 9 to 5. He got all of a sudden time rich, and then he chose the best way to learn the trading, that is the intraday. When if you are time rich, because if you are time rich, you can actually come in front of the computer or stay in front of the computer from 9 to 4 or 10 to 4, whatever time frame suits you, and then you can trade in 1 minute charts, 5 minute charts, or 15 minute charts. So what I observed in Ronak is this discipline, and again, yeah, only the I think the discipline and the control he shared with us, as all of you would do. Those of you who are doing Forex or commodity or shares or intraday or cryptocurrency, all of you would at some stage you would be asked to do the back testing. So after the during the process of modules and units and introduction, and then blah blah blah, technical analysis, study and fundamental, you will be then in the next phase. We will ask you to do the we will ask you to do the back testing in a simulated way. So when you do the back testing, we ask you to put everything in the journal which we will be giving. So this is Ronak's journal when he was only 3 months or 2-3 months old, and the beauty of his discipline can be reflected here in this column of T and U. And all this, those of you who are I think 1 month or 2 months new, don't worry, we will be introducing every bit of it when time comes. But just to introduce Ronak and his disciplined approach to trading, because it is extremely important. The name of the game, as we say, is patience and discipline, and not greed and speed. So those are the two things which we don't invite in trading, greed and speed. So we say you keep your greed and speed somewhere else, but we'll concentrate on the discipline approach. So this was Ronak's discipline approach, which he maintained everything which we asked him to do, every column of his journal. And how do I come to know that he is maintaining everything in a correct way? When I see there is this 20.7 profitability.
The screen is not shared.
Screen is not shared. Thanks. Your entire screen, all the screen 4. Yeah, thanks Ronak for that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, when we dropped off, we got. Now, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So so I was talking about a disciplined approach in trading. You will come to know when you are disciplined, you will maintain this T and U column. This is book profit, and then BPM and BPO. M is this column in which we write DWMP, means daily pivot, weekly pivot, monthly pivot. We use a lot of acronyms. Don't worry, we will be introducing you to the acronyms in your modules and units. So don't worry on that. In the screen in front of us, I'll just run on this double top, round number, cost of business, daily support 1, support 2, support 3, time, that means the market is closing 4 o'clock, 200 moving average, opposite tradings, and weekly support 1, support 2, support 3, and monthly support 1 or resistance 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. So, and then in the BP means book profit, O column. So this entire entry, whether this is 20 or 100 or 2000 or 10,000, as you grow as a trader, this will not be rocket science. This will be only, you will be taking profit either at a close, or a close above high taken out, or high low taken out, or all buyers out, sellers out, all divergent. So we'll be talking only of these 5-10 ways to maximize our profit. So again, those to the newcomers, don't get overwhelmed. So possibly you don't know the acronyms, or you don't know how to close a trade on a when the all buyers out or sellers out are happening. But what I'm trying to say here is this matching of 20.7, 20.7, 20.7, 20.7, 20.7 everywhere. This is the beauty of trading, that if you are disciplined, you will be rewarded. But if you are punting, and if you are taking high risk of 5 to 10%, and if you are trying to having even 1% of gambling attitude, then the trading is possibly not for us. So in this process, what he had demonstrated is he went long, he won 11.7%, and he went short and he got to 9.1%, and he has a cost of business of 2%, so 20.7%. And after that, he has actually sent me 100 entries. I have selected a wrong Excel sheet. I think he has sent me 100 entries while he was doing. Correct, Ronak? You would send me.
Yeah, it was 100 something. Yeah,
100 something. And can you walk us through that 100? What was the result on this 20.7 on 100 entries?
Yep. Give me a sec. I'll quickly open it. So that I'll show you. I'll tell you the.
In the process, I'm also trying to find out
First, okay. So we have 120 entries all up, and we're looking at 12.3%.
12.3%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of 100 entries. Yeah.
120. Yeah.
120, fantastic. So that is the achievement what you did. We say that you are allowed to do every mistake in your demo trading and your simulation process, but you are not allowed to repeat those mistakes in your live trading. When you are putting your money into the table onto the table, then you are not allowed to repeat those mistakes. That's why we do three phases, and we approach our hard-earned money or savings in the third phase, in the third page, third phase. So you are allowed to do all the mistakes in your demo trading and your back testing, but learn from it. What are the mistakes? Learn from it and then don't repeat the mistakes. Good job done, Ronak. Thank you for that. And then go.
Just a question there. This template looks slightly different than what we have.
Because
Is
this
there
is
any?
intraday trading.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
intraday trading would be a little bit different than the end of day trading. What you have done here. See,
okay, okay.
not a problem. And then I'll take this opportunity to introduce Arindam. Arindam is from India. He was working with me in Siemens long time back, but now has started his own business, and I know him 27 years old, and we are friends for the last 27 years. I think he is very new. I think he is only doing 2 months or 1.5 months, and within that 30 days or 45 days of getting the opportunity to share our trading experience with him, I find one thing about Arindam is he is so good he's so serious. Everyone is good, but he's so seriously taken this as our next business opportunity. Is every class we do, or every back testing, not he has not started back testing, that practice task, every practice task we do, I get amazed by his seriousness and approach towards trading, because he's doing business, so he understands what it takes to become a full-time trader. And one of his practice tasks, he has demonstrated such a good understanding of volume spread analysis, that when we are discussing volume as 50%, and I think Nasir is also going through this, and price is 20%, and we discussed about this volume spread analysis in particularly applicable to share trading. He showed his tremendous understanding of the market, being only a baby, 45 days old. I consider up to 1 year baby in trading, up to 3 years as possibly primary students, some primary school, and then 4 to 5 years as secondary, and then you graduate after 6 years. You have to give time, because this like engineering, medicine, accountancy, law, any other, this is also a tremendous high demanding business opportunity. Yeah? So we have to be patient. We have to give ourselves time to learn. So I was so amazed to see his task, that I was if those of you, Sri and others, who have done this share trading much before, we generally end a module and a unit with a practice task, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what we do. But I was so pleased with his work that I took the opportunity, with his consent, to show his study in volume spread analysis. This is his study, not mine or anyone else. He, in 30-40 days, he understood what is a double bottom, what is a double top, what is a bearish volume, what is a bullish volume, what is a no buying day, what is a narrow range, what is a no selling day, and so on and so forth, what is no demand day, and everything is almost 100% correct. So this showed, if a student, not only for one instrument, he did for many, and I had the opportunity to get 4 or 5 of them, I think 4. Yeah. So he demonstrated his seriousness to learn this business, and start as a serious student to this opportunity. Thank you, Arindam. It's a good job done. Do you want to add anything?
Welcome, partner. Yes, it's just about a month and a half, 2 months problem.
Yep.
just learning from you as much possible. And one thing I tell you, whatever you try to do, you have to be serious. Otherwise, no point of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Fantastic. Thanks, Arindam, for that. And let me take the opportunity to introduce Nishanti. Nishanti is also very new in our this class last month. I think Nishanti is also only maybe less than 30 days old baby in this trading universe. Nishanti is also with our I think well established. Let me introduce this way. Nishanti, correct me if I'm wrong. She has established herself in her middle age, or you never ask a woman her age, but but he
Bro,
is.
you're playing with fire.
I was expecting something from Ronak. Nishanti only smiled. That means all right. I'll have my own time. Right. And then she actually got success in multiple businesses. So Nishanti, would you talk a little bit about your previous businesses, what you did and so
Um,
far?
no, I came here as a teenager, obviously, and then I graduated from Monash, and I started working as an embryologist, and then I had like a couple of years off from work, and then I went back to work around 2008, and then I finished my master's, and then I worked as a medical scientist in Monash Medical Center. So that, and then I quit 2014. So, and after that, I had like few businesses. So I worked as a migration agent and then travel agent. Obviously, both of those businesses not good at the moment, but so I managed to purchase a motel business. So I'm running the motel from the home, and so I also have eBay store and also Amazon. Selling like Amazon. I'm establishing my own brand. So yeah, doing here and there few things. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sunishanti, for the wonderful introduction. So she is into everywhere. She is into Amazon. She is into eBay. She is into motel business. Yeah, and all the best to your all the other business, including this one which we have started. And she has enrolled us for the forex trading. And the next would be I'll be introducing to Nasir. He's a very new candidate, I think. Yeah, and he is so again everyone, as I say, if I believe that if you are good, then possibly everyone would be good to you. That's what I have experienced in my life. And Nasir is such a nice person and a good person. Within 1 month of him being at N P Financials, only 1 month, and as everyone is going through this challenging period of lockdown, me and everyone, especially who are in Victoria, but Nasir is also in Victoria, and but within 1 month he was so impressed, and so he was so as a goodwill gesture, actually he started introducing people, introducing students, introducing others to us, which is a fabulous thing for us as a business to continue, because we grow basically more what we have seen as a business from 2013, we grow from word of mouth. So that is that is the maximum growth we have got. So Nasir within 1 month has started recommending others, and few of his recommendation actually joined us. And Nasir is also like Arindam. He is so serious he has started with share trading. He's so serious that he told me once that within this 1 month, that he has almost studied hundreds of shares in his own exchange, which is Pakistan Stock Exchange. Like for Arindam, it would be in India National Stock Exchange, NSE, and National Stock Exchange, and India, and the other one is Nifty. Yeah, so like BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, and the National Stock Exchange. So for them what we are. Otherwise we generally used to have students from Australia, New Zealand, some we had from Russia, and but now we have Australasian, as we are growing Australasian clients. So for them we are also discussing. Those of you who have done share trading before, like Sri and Marty and others, they can revisit this modules in share trading, particularly to capture the opportunities in India, like a National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, and Indian companies within sectors. We generally do for ASX, but we are now diversifying into India and Pakistan. We'll soon be getting Bangladesh and other countries also, because they are the fastest growing in Asia. Bangladesh, in as per the GDP, they have beaten India and others as well, as a per capita gross domestic product of Bangladesh. Don't get me wrong, this is fact. So Bangladesh is actually doing good per capita. Of course they have less population compared to India, but they're a small country as well, and so they are growing very fast. And that's why we have included the Indian Stock Exchange as well as Pakistan Stock Exchange in our discussions. So those of you who have already done these modules and units, please revisit module 2. Go.
Yeah, just a question. So, have keeping Australian account, can we trade Indian shares? Shares?
That's a very good question. So for brokers like Go Markets and the Australia-based brokers like Go Markets, who are our preferred brokers, they would not be at the moment would not be giving you the opportunity to trade Indian market because they don't have the infrastructure. But if, as an Indian, if you have a dual citizenship or any kind of
OCI, based on OCI, you will be able to trade.
So of course, 100%. So you can. Only thing I think, as I have limited knowledge, but and this only thing you cannot do as an OCI, I think you cannot buy in agricultural property, agricultural land. I think that is the thing, and you don't have any voting rights. I think so. I don't know who is voting for me, but yeah, I think so.
Those two are correct still.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Otherwise, you can trade shares. That's why we have included along with 8 shares for Australia and America. 2 of them from Australia and 6 of them from United States. We have also, because Nifty is doing excellent, Bombay Stock Exchange is doing excellent, possibly better than Dow Jones, and definitely better than Australia Stock Exchange. So it like Dr. Singhal, even if he is in 25 years practicing in Australia, and now he is absent today because he is doing a master degree in some skin cancer and so on and so forth. He is doing that. So but he told me from time to time he is very much invested in India, being in Reliance Industries, Tata Consultancy, HDFC, Infosys. They are very big companies, bigger than possibly I don't know about Rio Tinto and BHP, but they are very big. So like we have captured here for investment in Pakistan. Those of you who are from Pakistan, they can also invest in Pakistan stock market, and whatever we have in India are actually similar to the in Pakistan also. A little bit of here and there. They have Atlas, Honda. We have only Honda. They have Atlas and Honda. We have Bank of Punjab, they have Bank of Punjab, and so on and so forth. So these are the opportunities. What I wanted to say here is you can revisit these pages to see the latest introduction of our different marketplaces in across the globe, because we till now we were focused into India and United States, and to some extent to Europe, especially in German, but now we are also covering the Indian market and Pakistan market and so on and so forth. So these are the. I think my introduction took a little more time, but yeah, you need to be. We need to be knowing and not knowing each other. And one thing which Marty, our new member at NP Financial, specifically requested me that anyone who wants to approach him, his email address is Marty Stewart, as the name here in front of you, at npfinancials.com.au. So you can contact him, and anyone who wants to how he has converted himself from a mining engineer to a trader who is profitably trading and possibly replacing his mining engineering money, which is big, which can be good. Yeah, so he has specifically requested me to tell this. Anyone who wants to talk to him or approach him, yeah, he can do it. All right, so today, thanks for your time and patience, and we will start with your questions. So I'll take the first questions from whosoever asks first. You can ask any question, okay, related to trading, related to anything. Yeah, if you can actually type in your chat. So this is the chat here. Chat here. You can type in. And it says your screen is not set. I think it was done there. So you can yeah. So you can questions here. Yeah, questions. Yeah, you can type in to all. Make sure that you are typing to all so that everyone is reading your questions, and I'll take opportunity. All right, Sri, you would like to start?
Yes, that's question. So based on last month's sessions, you introduced the prop trading account. Yeah. So for that there will be a tests. Yeah, there will be a test, and so I would like to understand what are the tests, and a brief introduction. How do we prepare to attend those tests?
Fantastic, brilliant, very good question. So till now, from 2013 to Touchwood, we were proud to present ourselves as a trader development center or a trader training facility. That's what we were telling so far, and we have the Australian Financial Services license as a company, NP Financial. But since we are growing now, we are now collaborating with other business partners, and we will be offering you our own money, starting from $20,000. It can go up to $500,000, and yeah, this is not none of your money. So possibly for maybe I'll take the maximum which is the 500,000 as of now, possibly Australian dollar. Yeah, that is the business in Australia, so we'll be doing Australian dollar. It can go up to $1 million, but we'll start with $500,000. So supposing we are giving the opportunity not in your bank account, the money will be in our bank account, but you will be having the opportunity to trade that much money. Most of us struggling our entire career from 9 to 5 job would not be having that $500,000 in our savings account, isn't it, to be honest? Because if that is there, there in our superannuation or in provident fund or in public provident fund, as we say in India. So, but all of a sudden, if I am given that opportunity, I'll grab it. 20,000. It will start with 20,000, depending on how much you can afford, because a little bit of management fees will be included in there. So maybe I'll give you an example. Supposing you are interested to trade our money of 400,000 or 500,000, then we have the partnership with our investors company, and they will be asking you to pass 2 tests. They are not psychological tests, they are not clinical tests, they have nothing to do with clinical psychology, yeah, but they have nothing to do with madness, nothing. So they have to deal with this discipline and control. That's what I took so much time, not so much, at least half an hour time to introduce, to strengthen your understanding, to strengthen your belief in yourself.
Yeah.
When I say Ronak is a disciplined trader, so that one sentence will be repeated 1,000 times in his subconscious mind. Yep. So when I say Arindam, and anyone says, not me, Arindam, anyone says Nasira so serious about this new business. Oh, I forgot to introduce Valinder, who has not allowed me to. Valinder, where are you sleeping?
No,
Let
man,
me
just listening to you, man.
sorry. I went to questions. I forgot him. Sorry, I did not saw the name now. Valinder is a very very dear friend of us. He is with us for almost 2.5 years now, and he was blessed with a child. How old is he now? He sorry, Valinder.
Around 3 years old.
And 3 years old. Yeah, fantastic. So Valinder is a young father, so happy Father's Day to especially Valinder.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Right. And yeah, so the one strength of Valinder, what I have noticed is he is having a tremendous memory, as we possibly say, photographic memory. So whatever I have said maybe 18 months before or 24 months before, he has actually literally word to word, he can reproduce it. So he is having a tremendous memory, and this memory in trading is extremely helpful, because it will allow in trading. It is not rocket science, as many time I say, and 1,000 times I would say that this is not rocket science. The rocket science in trading is just the repetition of what you have seen in your back testing, just to repeat those things in your back testing, in your demo trading, in the future. It will repeat 1,000%. I can write and sign and put our company's logo in that, because market is nothing but a presentation of human behavior of greed and fear. Because human behavior of greed and fear, which is there in the limbic brain, has not changed much in last 220,000 years, it will never change in next 220,000 years in the future. That is what is repetitive, our own greed and fear nature. So if that is a double top here in 2005, that will be a double bottom here, just the opposite in 2020. So there is no difference between this 2020 double bottom and 2005 double top. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So because Nishanti, any question, anyone?
All good.
All good. All right. So so that is the strength of every one of us, especially Valinder, who can actually remember, and when the things in future is unknown. Of course, future is unknown. So when the future is unknown, we are taking this opportunity to trade the unknown. But is this unknown? Not really, because it will repeat itself what it has done in past. So we always have the opportunity to learn from the past, which is the left hand side. We never know. We means including you, me, Goldman Sachs. No one knows the future of this. Yeah, that's why they are known as futures trading. One of the name of contract for difference is this futures trading. So so future is unknown. So but Valinder's strength is remembering. So keep it up, Valinder, and do well. Would you like to add anything, Valinder?
No, thanks, man. Just learning, buddy. I recently joined the stock trading, so.
Yeah, Valinder, after completing Forex, has actually joined share trading. Yeah. And you people are so good. I am blessed with to get the opportunity to be associated with all of you. That if you go to our this is a sincere request to all of you. But if you go to, for the time being, if you go scroll down to bottom of the N P Financials website and click on this Google. This is our social network: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, Pinterest, YouTube. And go to the click on the Google, and you'll come to know what others have actually. Sin Song is absence today, and you can read what actual traders who are trading for living has said. Like, I find trading education provided to be very clear and helpful, and Dr. Sarkar is saying starting from having no knowledge to trading to NP Financials. Marty is saying the patience for learning and amazing attitude. Dr. Singhal has trading this never-ending zest to learn, fantastic. And HS is saying utmost praise and recognition for making trading so unique. Rosemary is saying about unique trading systems and trading programs, and you can keep on reading and you'll come to know that we give actually more than 100% to all of our clientele. Yeah, so I think I have not missed anyone in the introduction, and then I'll go back to, so the one request which I, before I forget, if you are satisfied, and because Nasid is satisfied, he has already recommended started recommending others to us. So if you are satisfied, I will introduce you to, please go to npfinancials.com.au, and at the bottom Google, and then if you click, there is an opportunity to write a review. Click on that, write a review, and please post it publicly with your honest feedback. Yeah, so if it is 5-star, don't give just 5-star, and then if you want to write anything, yeah, so we'll be glad to receive your feedback, and feedback is extremely important to improve. That's how we got the feedback, and especially from our students of Rosemary and others, who has actually literally requested many for years now, that Partha, please start this prop trading, and we got the opportunity to start this prop trading. So as I was responding Sri's question out prop trading, supposing you'll be given $500,000 of our money to trade, then you'll have to pass 2 tests, phase 1 and phase 2. And those phase 1 and phase 2 would be having serious trading requirement. When I say serious trading requirement, means if we say you are not allowed to trade news item, you are not allowed. That means what? If you do, sorry, go.
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah. So if you are trading, if you are not listening to us but trading non-farm payroll or FOMC, then possibly your subscription will be cancelled. Yeah. Subscription fee, as we possibly are now thinking, everyone can afford for $500,000 account. We will be only charging you maybe $1,500 or even less, Australian dollar, not American dollar, Australian dollar. So that is also one time. That is not also per month. So one time, and even if you are starting possibly trying 3 times, I would hope that you pass with our knowledge in one go. You pass the one month phase 1 test, you achieve a certain percentage, 5%, 10%, whatever we request you to do, controlling your emotions and greed and fear, and demonstrating that you are you are having a very strict approach, because we are not here to we are here to produce traders like Marty and include them in our members. That's what we do. We are not here to encourage gamblers, and we are not here to we are here to actually encourage to have a restricted approach to trading, and to demonstrate strict money management rules. So these are the rules which will be there. So we'll be allow you to lose, everyone is we have cost of business, so we will allow you to lose maybe 5% or 10% in that month. At the same time, we will ask you to do 5% and 10%, and as these numbers, I'm not plucking from air, these numbers actually came from your feedback. We heard that our traders are doing 5% a month. So we and repeatedly they are doing. So we got that 5% as a standard, and we ask you to do 5% in that. If a market is good, like today's market, like Apple is going to sky, Bajaj Finance is going to sky, and, oil is going from $7 to $70, and you just name it, and it is just blindly going up. So making 5% or 10% would not be difficult, but if you pass, when you pass phase 1 with no other money charged from you, with that $1,500, you will be given the opportunity to participate in phase 2. And when you pass the phase 2 with a lesser strictness, because you have already demonstrated the strict approach to trading in phase 1, so phase 1 will be more challenging than phase 2. So if you again do 5% in the second month, you will be actually given that 500,000 account to trade, and based on that trading, why we are doing it, what is our benefit in that? Because we want good traders. Number one, we want we want you not to lose your money. Number 2, and then number 3, we want to have a share of your performance. So if you are achieving 12%, and we as per the rule, you will be possibly getting 50 to 60 to 70 to 80%, depending on your performance, back. Supposing in $100,000, let's talk about $100,000, you get 8% in the 5% in that month. How much is that?
5%.
5,000. Nishanti is the mathematician. Others are all dumb people. Unbelievable. Right? No. Everyone is scientist, but Rishanti is actually the mathematician. She told me 5% of $1,000 is $5,000. So if you do $5,000 in our money, we'll be giving you possibly $3,500, and we'll be pocketing ourselves with our partner, because we have to give our partner also $1,500. So that's how we will make money. That's how he will make money. That's how he will pass phase 1 and phase 2. That's why you don't have to touch your hard-earned money. I know how important it is. You're trading in your superannuation money or provident funds money. We don't encourage that. So that's what our approach is. Did I answer your question, Sri?
Yeah, now in terms of business setup, that's perfect. But in terms of technical, I would like to understand more. What kind of, you'll be, we need to do a back testing or a demo account or a live market.
No, you will be trading our whatever account we give, and we will be simulating your trade. Supposing we give you a demo account or a live account, in irrespective of demo account or live account, we will be what is the that's a good question actually. What is the technicality of this business methodology or process? The technicality of this business opportunity is you'll be after passing, first we will assess you 2 months, otherwise we'll not giving money, isn't it? Very simple.
Okay. During the assessment, what are the tests need to be? Because the reason why I'm asking this question is during the transition, I need to be really sure that I'm satisfying. First of all, I'm prepared for those phases and satisfying step by step, so to access the funds.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you will not go to phase 2, and we will not have the opportunity to get your performance, isn't it?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. So possibly we'll as I said, I think I'll again repeat. We are not asking any rocket science from you. We are asking you to trade your own strategy. We'll not tell you that you trade any of our strategy. So you are allowed to trade any of your strategy or our strategy. That is number 1. And number 2, you can trade your strategy with normal risk or with aggressive risk. So if you are choosing to become a normal risk trader, then possibly we will ask you to do 5% a month. But if you are choosing yourself, declaring yourself to become a 10% aggressive trader, then possibly we will ask you to do 8% per month, and the reward would be accordingly. And possibly the period for the test, as I said, for 1 month. And in that 1 month, we expect you to trade minimum 10 days, something like that. And the maximum loss, as I said, drawdown. We call it drawdown. Maximum drawdown can be for 10 to 20%. And the maximum loss daily loss will not allow you to lose more than 5 to 10%. And then profit target will be accordingly 5 to 10%. And when you place a trade in our account, that trade will be actually automatically copied into investor account who are giving us the money. So his account will be actually trading, because he is an investor, because he is not a trader. What is the difference between investor and a trader? The investor will give his money to trade. A job of a trader is to trade any money, anyone's money, including his own.
Correct. No, absolutely.
So that's what we are trying to do this in this new business. We'll try to match the trader, successful trader, with a willing investor. Did I answer your question?
Good. Perfect. Thank you very much for that.
Next question, anyone? You have to ask questions, otherwise I'll ask you questions. You can ask any questions, anything, any instrument, any understanding. Uh, Nasir, you have not spoken. Would you like to introduce yourself or talk a little bit? Please unmute and talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Now, I was saying that thank you very much for your kind word earlier. You cover up almost everything, so it's all good from my side so far.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Very good, Nasir. All right. So, who will ask the next question?
Okay, I'll go for it. If no one is ready, so I'll ask my second question.
Yeah, go.
Right. When I'm in a trade, is it risky to hold weekend the trades, or is it best to take the profit and re-enter because you know the what's going on, and re-enter Monday?
Fantastic. Good question. Everyone understood his question? Sri's question?
Yep. Yep.
Fantastic. Very good questions. Sri is asking that. That is again a beautiful question, because how to make money in trading. Pretty simple. Buy deep and sell peak. As simple as that. So you buy here and you sell there. But when it is happening, we don't know this is the peak or not. That's why we do study of peaks and troughs and swing high, swing low, trend line, and every bit of it. So all right. So, and the other second simple answer how to make money in trading is just allow your trade to run in a trending market, and just take profit and run away in a ranging market. At NP Financials, we will be spending with you thousands of hours, if not thousands, at least hundreds of hours together, to tell you every bit of how to identify trending market, how to identify range market, how to take advantage of trending market. So the only way to make money in trading, I think the best way to make money in trading is, and the easiest way, as I went yesterday to a dentist because I was having pain, and he told me, Partha, you'll be losing your wisdom from now on. Oh my God, I'll be losing all my
You should have said I lost it ages ago.
He was so correct.
So you took your wisdom teeth, yeah?
Yeah, I'm so honest. I lost my wisdom 30 years ago. But he told me, he told me, and yeah. So and in the process, he's so good, and he was recommended by none other than my younger son. And both of them, the doctor and the son, my son actually graduated from Melbourne High, a good school in here, Melbourne. So okay, that apart, he told me, Partha, don't worry, because I'm a very fearful person when compared to injection. I mean, most of us are actually. Men are as brave as they can sustain injection. Yeah, that is how I will possibly define men. Alright, so I was so afraid, and then I asked him how long, hundreds of questions, and then he told me, Partha, the easiest, the most simple tooth to get rid of is the wisdom tooth, and it will be least painful, and it will be least time consuming, and I'll take you within 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll not come to know. He was so
He lied, yeah?
no, not really. He was so truthful to his business. Actually, I did not felt any pain anywhere in my body, but he took the wisdom tooth out of my.
Yeah, it's not when they take out it pains, it's only after a couple of days it
After.
pains. Yeah.
But
It's the after effect. It's just like marriage, yeah.
Everything happens after. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
anesthesia. Yeah, anesthesia was so strong.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, true. But this is my second day, and today being Father's Day, yeah, I had a lot of chicken, mutton, and fish. My goodness, what will happen? I don't know. But yeah, so I was coming to this same point here. The simplest way to make money in trading is to identify the $1,000,000 question, the trend at NP Financials. It is very easy to understand what is a trend, and just ride the wave, and that's how he will make money. A blind person can also make money when price is going up like this crazy, thanks to whatever, is it quantitative easing, is it from a helicopter they are dropping money. We don't bother, as long as it is going this what. And this is not only Apple, my dear friend. This is anything and everything, whether it is Google, this is Amazon, this is Facebook, anything, Bajaj Finance. So my friend Arindam was just sharing this, anything and everything they
Partha, sir.
go.
Yeah, just on that. So for the, could you please keep that the same Apple, please, the where you drawn the, the lines. See, on the first line, for the first uptrend, yeah, line, there's no problem in holding my trade on, yeah. But when we go on top and it is retreat. We are pulling back, yeah, pulling back.
Corrective
Yeah.
action, yeah.
Yeah, corrective action. There is what is, what is your advice to still, because it's going to, it has reached some sort of a resistance at the moment. Is it wise to take the profit there and re-enter at the down, or after the this pattern is broken?
Fantastic, very good question. Everyone understood his question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right, so let's that's an excellent question. All right.
What I'm trying to say here, you are locking in the your capital there. So take your profit there and look for the other trending instrument. Invest that capital there. So, and come back here. You know what's going on here. Something.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. All right. So in that, I'll take the opportunity to remind all of you, and including Sri. Those of you who are new, don't worry. We'll cover all this in your modules and units. But you already know, Sri, being a seasoned trader at NP Financials, that we always say that to take the profit, it has to break one, and it can break one, cannot break two, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that break one and break two? Again, don't worry, those of you who are listening for it for the first time, that's why we do monthly classes, and then you make sure in the modules and units in your regular classes we are discussing this. What is the break one and break two concept is, when you are riding a trade, when you are going long from here, maybe after a double bottom or a support zone, as we always say. If I am going fast, I have a tendency to go fast in front of the chart. I get excited like Ronak, but yeah, so if I'm going fast, please stop me. So if I see a zone of support, so we'll go long from here, and our strategy will also tell us to go long, and our strategy will generate the opportunity as in front of you for Apple and all other commodities and Amazons and every shares and Forex and you name it. We'll tell you where to get in and where not to get in. So supposing we are getting in here, and our rule says it can break one, cannot break two. What does it mean? It means that if we are worried about losing our money here, for that period of time, that was a double top, isn't it? Kind of, yeah, kind of double top. And if we are putting our real money, we are having blood pressure problem here, whether to continue or we are getting stopped out, isn't it? Honestly,
Yeah.
true. All right, for blood pressure problem, what we have told everyone to follow our strategy of simple English. We told that it can break one, cannot break two. Means what? This close of this bearish bar, even everyone understand, Nasir and Marindam and Nisha, Nisha, no. Nisha, we have not gone there. Nisha is, I think, the youngest one. Nashid also. Okay, but Arindam would possibly understand. This is a bearish bar. Bearish bar is nothing but a close below the open, isn't it?
Yes.
So the bearish bar, we say it can break one, cannot break two. That means what? That English converted to technical quantitative analysis, the way we trade is this close of the bearish bar can take the low out. That means it can close below the low of the first candle or the bar, but it cannot go beyond the second low. Did it close below the second low?
No.
No, because the low here is, can you tell me?
125.6.
Beautiful. And the close here is?
125.7. Oh, 126.1.
So this close is higher than this low?
Yeah.
So we are hanging on. Yeah, so we'll go bar by bar. Another why we get this type of reviews, because our strength at trading is analysis of bar by bar. Our strength is bar by bar analysis. That's why we get this type of reviews. So we'll go bar by bar. Okay, you follow me. If you don't, please raise your hand and tell me, Partha, I have not followed you. So far so good.
Yeah.
We are hanging on to the trade. To next day, wow, we are the best trader in the universe. We are making money. All right.
For this what do you call, for this instrument, everyone knows the previous chart here.
No. I'm not. I'm not knowing. I'm not as cheater as you.
No. You have shown us this.
No, forget about right hand side, because
Okay.
forget about. I can go to 2019 and start. Should I?
Yes, please.
All right. So what time frame should I go? Any time frame after
Any
COVID?
any time frame. Yeah, after COVID.
After
Okay.
COVID. Okay, I'll do this. Yeah. I don't know the right hand side, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hide the entire chart for you. Don't cheat. Okay. All right. Can you see my blank chart?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you are not cheating, right?
No.
Okay. So I'll go to the start of COVID. COVID was what?
January 20.
2020 March.
January 2020.
Okay. Okay. I'll only take one advantage, as I always say. I will introduce along with price. I'll introduce one moving average. Would you allow me to do that?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
What do you-
200 or 50?
Yeah, 200, only 200, nothing else.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
use only 200. Yeah. So
Okay.
so price and in bar, those of you who are fond of candlestick can do for candlesticks, but those of you who have a couple of bar, I'll do bar, and exponential moving average 200. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then I will start. I don't know. It is a blank side. No one can cheat. So I will go and start from possibly after my wife's birthday, as per Ronak, 12th of March. Okay.
Okay.
12th of March this year. Okay, go Partha. Because you have to start with someone's name. So if you are starting with your wife's name, genuinely she will save you, isn't it? What, Ronak?
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time. 2021 March.
Also depends whose wife's name. If it's yours or somebody else's, yeah.
Masala dal diya.
Oh, Nadia. My goodness. Look at this fellow. Good. I hope Ronak's wife is not in this class.
Nowhere near.
All right. So okay, March, and then I will do this, and then no one knows the right hand side, isn't it? So we'll start from 12th of March. Don't ever play with this y-axis. Now I am just demonstrating, but don't change this y-axis. You only play with this scroll bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you happen to mess the chart, this is the icon, third icon, 1 2 3 from the right, to re-establish the charts. Okay. I'm not doing it, otherwise Sri will say no, I have seen the right hand side. Okay. Right. See, we are not seeing the right hand side, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll only start if I'm getting an opportunity, as from my experience. I'll only start when it is possibly bouncing from my 200 moving average. Okay, happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, happy. Now supposing we are short here up yeah, and then we'll go and we are shorting the market and we'll wait for booking the profit here. Two things can happen here. What?
Crack and snap.
First thing, it may not come here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the second thing, it can touch and crack and
go.
snap back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me in 3 simple stage, how do you put an elephant into a fridge? You have 30 seconds. Oh no,
Open the
10
door.
seconds. Huh?
Open the door.
Open
Put
the
him
door.
in.
Put him in
Or you
to
put, yeah, and then close the door.
close the door. My goodness, these are the 3 stages in which you can put the elephant in a fridge.
Yeah.
And Nishanti got 100 and out of 100. And same on you who cannot answer, and Father's Day every answer she is doing, unfortunately.
I was about to Google it.
Google is the answer.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Google is the starting
Google.
point.
All right. So okay. So now we are going into here bar by bar. Let's go. Ah, we are making money. All right. Before I start, I will start actually. Before I start, I'll start. Why? How? Because I told you we have a rule of break 1, break 2. So what does it mean? It means this close cannot be above. It can be above this, but it cannot be above this. It of course it can be above this for going up, but the bar which is closing above the second bar, it can close above 1, cannot close 2. That means what? This is the first one. If I have to, when we are coming down, we need to consider the bearish bar. So this is the bearish bar number 1. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, yeah, I'll hide the right hand side. Okay, I'll hide the right hand, otherwise 3 will shout, and then 2. Okay, all right. So is it okay?
Yeah.
So when we are going down making money, this is the first bar, this is the second bar. When we are on this 26th of February, okay.
Yeah.
So we say our at NP Financials we have a rule, and this rule you cannot find it anywhere. That is guaranteed, because this is coming from our 30,000 hours of market study and trading for living. So this bullish bar close can, we say, can break 1, cannot break 2. That means it can close above this high, but the high but it cannot close above this high. This is 1, this is 2. If this close is above these 2, that high cannot be taken. If it is taking the high, then we'll take profit. That's what Sri Utagi has asked, isn't it? How to ride the trade. All right. So everyone clear about this break 1, break 2? Okay. If you are new, if you are not understanding, please raise your hand and ask questions. Okay. So this fellow has closed above the 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
We will be closing the trade. If we are running short from here, we will be closing the trade if this high is taken out. Okay. Because
so
this
any bar after the first and second, if it closes above, if it takes the high of any of the previous ones, you get out of the trade. Yeah?
That's correct. Because this bar has broken
the first green bar that we say, but any other bar that follows it.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
So Ronak is saying any bar, not this one, the next any bar, next one. Has it broken? We will ask the question. Has it broken 1? Yes. Has it broken 2? Yes. But has it broken as per NP Financials? Not yet, because we say it can close above this, but high cannot be taken out. Let's see. If the high taken out, we will close our short position. Is the high taken out?
No.
So we are in the trade, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. We are in the trade. 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 Now tell me, is this fellow has broken this one?
No.
No. Correct?
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone agrees that this fellow has not closed up. Why this is not 1? Because we have to identify this as 1, lowest point, yeah. So this is lowest, swing low, and this is the next one. We will not consider this because this is bullish, so we'll only consider bearish 1, bearish 2. Everyone with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So we are hanging on, hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. We are making money. Now, as this bar closed above the second,
Yes, it has closed above the
Yeah.
second.
and then we'll out if this high is taken out by 20 pips. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then wait, next bar. We are out because the high
We
of
are
this
out.
one is, what is the high?
124.16.
And plus 20 is how much?
36. Yeah. 124, 36.
Correct. Very good. So this high is how much?
126.81.
126.81, isn't it?
Yeah.
So far so good.
Yes.
You are with me? Any question?
No.
So we are closing the trade here. Okay,
Yeah, that's a bearish trade.
that is the bearish trade which is running from here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is for the advanced student. Why advanced student means what? Who can actually study bar by bar. We'll help you 1000%, but generally we say it takes time to understand market. That's why we'll say don't go bar by bar, at least start swing high, swing low. So for that, what we'll do, we'll consider this as a first swing high, agree with me when we are here?
Yeah.
Correct?
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second swing high would be here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is entirely depends on you, as Atik, who is only 1 day old, yesterday asking me, when he was having his first class, he was asking me, can I do a 3-month course, 6 months course in 3 to 4 months? I said, obviously you can do, provided you pay us. Obviously. So he agreed that, yeah, okay, I'll pay you. But at the same time, I told you, my dear friend, it takes time to learn. You have to do a lot of practice tasks. You have to understand bar by bar. So it is, so if you have developed yourself as a professional trader, you will be not be bothering to wait up to this point to go long, isn't it? Then in that case, you'll be only considering that this is 1 and this is 2, bar by bar. So what is the difference between this 1 and 2? We are talking here bar high, but here we are talking about swing high, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Swing high. Those of you who are not introduced into swing high, swing low, please bear with me, please forgive me, but I will introduce you when time comes. Alright, so the next one will go. Is it touching the 200?
No, not yet.
Is there a guarantee that it will touch 200?
There's no guarantee.
Absolutely correct. Alright, so now we are getting excited because it is not touching the 200. At the same time, it is breaking the first swing low, and it has already broken the 2. Yeah, close above, high taken out, close above, high taken out. So at this point, we are getting excited to go long. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'll go long. So far so good. Everyone understood?
Yes.
Anyone having any question, including those who are not introduced swing high, swing low, like Nishanti and Nasheed, who are very new?
That's all good, yeah.
All
Keep
good.
going.
Okay, thank you. And we are going long when this high is taken out. Okay. Okay. Now
Yeah.
Sri Utagi has asked a question that how to hang on to this profit. Let's go bar by bar. So we are into the trade, making money. Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Are you hanging on to the trade?
Yeah.
Are you hanging on to the trade?
Yes.
Why?
Because it is not closed below the first bar. That one.
I'll keep on drawing what you say. Yeah, I know nothing. Whatever you are saying, I'm just drawing. Alright. Are you hanging on to the trade?
Yes.
Yes. The uptrend continues.
And if it is Arinda would love to see the volume. You are not saying, you are not telling that, isn't it, Arinda?
Yeah. Volume should be there.
Yes, see, he has opened his mouth. Volume should be there. Yeah, it happens with new students. They actually think twice to ask a question. But don't worry. As long as you are with NP Financials, you are allowed to ask questions anytime. Alright. So at this point, what is happening is this bearish bar, Okay, see the magic of what Arindam has studied so well, and why I am so got impressed that I allowed his study to be in our education. Why? Because he did so well, isn't it? So that is the purpose. That is the purpose of doing understanding and doing it well. Yeah. So that is why. What is this? What is this volume telling us? Sri, Arindam, don't answer. Sri, what is this volume telling us? You have done share trading with us, we know.
Yeah, volume is going down.
Yes. What does it mean?
It's losing the momentum.
Okay, I'll request Arindam to answer. He's only 3 months, 2 months old. Yeah, 45 doses. Arindam.
Yeah. So this volume is lower than the previous two volumes. So this trend is not a trend. It's to be watched out. This may be a trap. This bearish here is maybe a trap.
Fantastic, Arindam. So, Sri, thank you for forgetting everything what I told you in volume spread analysis. What Arindam remembered is so important to remember this module 2 and unit 3. Extremely important, my dear friend. No matter how much I love price, no matter how love I price bar by bar, but the volume is 50% and price is 50%. So if you are not studying volume in trading, in share trading particularly, you are not understanding 50% of the market. Okay.
Yeah.
I cannot stress the importance of this module 2 unit 3 share trading. Alright. So what he is saying is exactly correct. He is saying that this uptrend which is going and the volume which we have seen according to module 2 unit 3, this is a no demand day because this volume compared to the previous 2 days is less, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this has to be a bearish bar. Now the magic, tell me on this bearish day, is the volume less than the previous 2 days?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then this one.
Yeah.
I'd say.
No, possibly no. 45.3 million here, remember, and 45.2 million here, and 44.8 million. They're very close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these two are actually no demand day. So no demand day tells us that we'll hang on to the trade. So I'll delete this one. I'll delete this one. I'll keep this one. Okay. Can I go to next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So what will I do here? Or what Sri would do here? Supposing Sri is long from here.
Yeah. This is closed below the previous day.
Has it broken
Okay.
1 and 2 both?
Yes.
It has broken both actually. Yeah, 1
It
and
has
2.
broken 1 and 2, isn't it? If you are doubtful, just keep the cursor here and tell me the low.
Low is 132.18.
And what is the close here?
131.42. So it is definitely closed below the second.
No, this you told me the low. The close is 131.88. 131.88 is lesser than this low 132.18, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So at N P Financials, we will be closing the trade if this low is taken out by 20 pips. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Remember 131.42. Okay.
No, 88.
131.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, 42 is the low. I'm talking about the low. 131.42 is the low. So next low should be 131.42 minus 20. How much? 131.22. So we are out because this is 20 pips. If you are if this is the one risk aversiveness or the balanced risk or the risk appetiteness comes into trading. Whether you are taking 20 pips or 40 pips or 30 pips, it entirely depends on your back testing. So if you have got better results, 50 pips, allow this to 50 pips to happen. Okay. So now we are getting out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the process, how much pips or points or money we have got back from the market? 965. So with $1 in 18 days we invested, we got $965. With $10 invested in this trading, we got $9,652. Are you with me?
Yeah.
All right. Sri, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Sri has asked, after getting in, can I get in again? Isn't it?
Yes.
So let me try to demonstrate that. So this is number one trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what should happen here to get in again?
The it has to be closed above, high taken out has to happen.
Close above and
The,
high taken
yeah,
out. Okay.
yeah, of that top or swing high there.
So we this is the lowest swing low. When we are here, this is the lowest swing low, and
That's
this is the
correct.
swing high. Yeah. So if this high is taken out, then
Yeah.
we can actually get into trade again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's. Are you in the trade?
That is outside bar.
Outside bar. So we are not in the trade, isn't it?
No.
Good that we are not into the trade, because we are almost it has not yet broken. So are you considering a short here? Who are inclined? Yeah, go. Who are inclined to take a shot? Go. Who is inclined to take a shot here?
I am.
You? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Just going by the volume of it.
Wow, very good, excellent. All right, very good. So this is a shot from Ronak. Let's see how he has done his backtesting. Okay, so we have shorted the market here. Ronak actually did a very good long and short in an intraday. He showed me on last Friday, and that is I cannot expect that much of maturity and good quality trading from a 3 months old. But he did a very good job. If time permits, I will show that to you. All right, so we have gone long short here, is it? Okay. And then let's see. Are you closing this short here?
No.
Nah.
Because this closure is not above this, isn't it? And volume is less than the twice, yeah?
Yep.
Now we are going opposite. Ronak is making money, and everyone is suffering from fear of missing out, FOMO. How many of you suffer from FOMO?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's why you took a trade. Fear of missing out is the second most respected fear. We have
Yeah, respect for fear as well.
yeah. Look at the fathers. They cannot remember everything. Nishanti is answering every question, and then they are also categorizing fear. Fear of wife, number one. Fear of losing money, number two. Fear of missing out, number three. How many types of fears are there? Alright, in trading there are only two fears: fears of losing money, FOLM, and fear of missing out, fear of missing out, as in front of you. Those of us who are suffering from fear of missing out will possibly cannot resist themselves, or their amygdala, or their hypothalamic pituitary adrenaline axis, and their hormone at that time, their hormone at that time will force them. Don't laugh, this is the actual fact I am telling you. Therefore hormone in the body will actually force them to take a trade here. How many of you honestly taken a trade here? Me first. Next. No one is saying.
Look, if I had missed it, I would have taken it as well.
Yes, God, that is an
I'll be
honest
honest.
answer. That is an
I'll
honest
be
answer.
honest, I would have taken it.
Yeah, I would have also taken it. All right. So let's see what happens. Oh my God, why did I? Okay, at this point, what are you doing? Are you closing the trade?
No, no closing.
At this trade, what are you doing? Are you closing the trade?
Still hold.
No.
Till hold, absolutely till hold, because it has not broken 1 and 2. This is 1, this is 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is not rocket science, mate. Just 2 or 3 sentences what I told you. Wow, we are the best traders. We are hanging on to the trade. Oh my God, what a trader I am. I am making money, unbelievable. Alright, okay, let's go. Alright, are you happy?
Let's look at Ferrari.
Okay, are you closing the trade?
No, not yet.
Why?
It's not closed
Above this.
above the previous.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did it touch the 200?
Not yet. It is coming to coming now.
Why it
Coming
is
to
not?
touch.
Why it is not touching the 200 for last 2 months?
What is it? There's the double bottom there. Yeah, it's coming from the double bottom.
To be honest with you, my answer
Or
would be,
head and shoulder.
to be honest with you, my answer would be, how do I know?
So
What market is doing? How do I know? Am I market? No. All right. Okay. As Sri said, it's possibly this for this reason. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. And our rule says in head and shoulder, our rule says that it cannot break this line, which is from the head to the right hand shoulder. Those of you who have passed this module and unit in pattern trading in our modules must remember this. How many of you remember this? Valinder, remember?
Yes, I do. I do, man.
Yeah, see this. I told you he has having a photographic memory. Because of this simple line, this fellow is not daring to cross this line and then come to this. What is happening at this point?
crack and snap.
Very good, crack and snapback. So this, what is crack and snapback? Those of you are 15 days old, so or 30 days old. This close is below the line. Yes or no?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And then this close is above the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is crack and snapback. SNAP, crack and snapback. We'll cover in modules and units, don't worry. All right, at this point, are we going long? Yes, no? Are you closing the trade, Ronak? Who has taken this
Yeah,
trade?
we haven't closed it yet, so
So you will not close the trade?
I will over there. Yeah.
But I'm a little bit experienced. If Ronak is experienced for 90 hours, I'll be maybe experienced maybe 91 hours. Yeah. So I'll be possibly closing the trade. It has broken the trend line. Do you agree that this is a firm trend line?
Yeah.
No.
Why this is a firm trend line?
Two swing highs. There is a swing low, so and it's closed below. Low taken out.
Fantastic. So
Confirmed trend line.
confirmed trend line. So this is the swing low, this is the swing low, in between we have a swing, swing high, in between we have a swing low.
These are not consecutive swing high, mate.
You are brilliant. Everyone understood what Balinder said?
Yeah, there is one more swing high.
Yeah, you got me. I thought no one would understand what I'm doing, but yes, you are right. Alright, what Balinder said, that this is not consecutive. So this is the consecutive swing high to swing high, and in between swing low. Is this a confirmed trend line?
Yes.
Yes. And now we have a swing high and a swing high and a swing low. Is this a confirmed trend line yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
Yes, actually
It
yes,
is,
because
it
it has
is. Yeah,
broken
okay.
this. It has
block
Okay.
broken below.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So now the important of the trend line technical analysis is, when you are seeing that price is not closing below this trend line and actually closing above this line, then this is the time to
Entry long.
enter long. First close the trade short and
Yeah.
possibly enter long. Why?
Because breakout gap.
Because of a gap. There are three types of gaps. Again, it will be covered in your modules and units. Not to be honest with you, not all concepts can be written in all the modules and units. That's why we have different modules and units and different asset instruction based discussions. So maybe somewhere in Trader Foundation or in Forex or in advance or in share trading or in commodity or in bonds or in cryptocurrency or in intraday trading, we will be discussing everything. But that is the purpose of market monthly class. Is I don't know, I know, but it is impossible to remember page by page because there are 2000 pages here. So importance of monthly class is to discuss all these concepts which are there from basics of trading to cryptocurrency. Okay. So now this is a gap which was told by Sri that this is a breakout gap, because this is breaking a kind of trend line here, and there are three types of gap. What is the gap? The gap between open and close. Everyone can see this gap.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the close here and this is the open here, isn't it? So that is a gap. That is a gap.
Continue.
So there is a three kinds of gap: breakout gap, continuation gap, and exhaustion gap. Okay, so this is a breakout gap. Because it is a breakout gap, it is a breaking a corrective move. Now tell me, is this an impulsive for the time being? And this is corrective, and this is impulsive, and this is corrective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there is a possibility of impulsive move to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So with all these possibilities, we close our short trade and we take a long trade. Alright, we are long on this gaps, and it's gaps captures becomes a formidable support and resistance. And all said and done, those of you who have studied candlesticks, Abram is missing from this class. He is studying candlesticks, so I don't know why he's missing, but anyway. Alright. So any low of that candlestick, which is a what candlestick here? Anyone can tell me?
Piercing.
One, sir.
Piercing. This one here. When I can change this to candlestick. Candlesticks are having funny
It's
name.
bullish engulfing.
Piercing, my dear friend. Engulfing has to engulf the entire body.
Engulf the. Oh, sorry, it's piercing. Yes,
Piercing.
yes.
Very good. I'll go back to that. Alright, that was a simple test for those of you who have done candlestick trading with us. We are long here. Have we closed the trade here?
No.
No.
Have we closed the trade here?
No.
Very good. What type of candlestick is this one?
It's a star.
Hammer.
It's a hammer.
Hammer, yeah.
Morning star, not yet.
Coming.
You saw that, you cheated. This is a morning star. So when we are going long here, we are making money here. Very good. Are you closing the trade there?
No.
Look at the strength of this trend line, which is drawn from this head to the right hand shoulder. It had supported here, crack and snap back. It had supported here, crack and snap back, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what type of bar is this one? Only this bar.
Sellers out.
All sellers out. What type of bar is this one possible?
One bar reversal.
All sellers out, because all sellers out, if you remember, a strong bearish bar at a support. This is a support, isn't it?
Yeah.
This line is horribly, no, not horribly, tremendously supporting the price, isn't it? So it is not allowing price to go to 200. Generally 200 acts like a magnet, but this line is so powerful. Head to the right hand shoulder, and head and right hand shoulder are discussed in our pattern trading. This is the head, and this is the right hand shoulder. Okay, this is a all sellers out. Let's go. Alright, has it broken the trend line? This trend line we drew, isn't it?
Yes.
Has it broken the trend line yet?
It just closed above, right?
Just
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
With a high to be taken out, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we getting bored here?
No boring.
boring.
It's an opportunity to enter again.
Because price is not doing for so many days, 8 or 10 days, and we expect price to go to 200 in next day. So we are getting frustrated. We are getting frustrated and possibly blaming Steve Jobs. Okay. Now, are you closing the trade here?
No.
Are you closing the trade here?
Nothing. No.
Why?
Because this is not close to the previous bull bar. Yeah, that one.
Are you closing the trade here?
Yeah, it's closed below, but still.
No, we are not closing because it has not closed below these two. Remember, this is one, this is two. Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you closing the trade? Look at this one. Are you closing the trade here?
No.
Because it is not closed below this, isn't it?
That's
Look
right.
at this trap here. Look at this bearish trap here. What Arindam said.
Yeah.
This volume is less with a bearish bar. This volume is less with a bearish, isn't it? They look at the trap. This is a very good test of you, those of you who are starting trading, to actually see the live challenges of trading, because I have hidden the right hand side, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So now there are two things. One is this support, 1 and 2. Now this
Yeah.
is this support second one, which is a hammer,
Yeah.
and this is the third one, which is a piercing. You only told me, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is the hammer support. That's why it is so important to think support as a zone, not as a line, not as a point, not as a point. So this is the zone of support with the low of this hammer and the low of this hammer. Is this a hammer?
Yes. Yes.
Very
It is hammer.
excellent. All right. We close the trade.
No, not yet. Wow. Beautiful. Oh,
Look at the game. Look at the game. This line is playing. This
Yeah.
line is still valid. This line is still valid. And we have gone long on this. Yeah. Now we are making money, isn't it? In
yeah.
these 3 days, we are losing money and losing sleep possibly. Don't lose sleep if you lose $100. All right. Now, what do you think yourself, Einstein?
Piece of him.
Piece of piece of who said that? So my goodness, piece of him. So we are piece of Einstein. Okay, let's see. So far so good. Everyone understood? Nishanti, Nasir, a bit of it, isn't it? If you understand even 1%, I'll be happy because you are only less than 30 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you just have patience and understand what I am telling, try to remember. We'll repeat this 100 times. Don't worry. All right. So we have gone long here. Let me put this one here as long because of the gap, isn't it? So we are making money. Let's do this. Are you closing the trade?
No. No.
Okay, before that. What is this? No, not yet. No, I cannot ask this question. All right. So, all right. Yeah, I got this question. Yeah. What? Why are you closing this trade here?
No.
Why?
Because this is not closed. It's a inside. First of all, it's an inside bar.
And it
And
does not close below this. Yeah.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
number one. What is the number two reason why we have not closed this trade here?
Volume.
Wow.
Okay.
Volume is less than 2 days. C is faster than Arindam as well.
Sorry. Sorry, sir.
I'm seriously thinking to replace Arindam's this thing with
Oh my God, boy.
because C is so fast. Unbelievable. All right, go. You always have a bad habit of asking question. Okay, go.
Yeah. What is that formula? That 2 days, previous 2 days volumes.
Lower than last two instance.
Thank you. Arindam.
Sorry. Could you please repeat, sir?
Repeat, Arindam.
Volume of the current is lower than the last two.
Volume of the. I'm writing here.
Volume of the last date is lower than the previous 2 days volume. That's what he is saying in English. He is not
Is-
speaking French.
Is lower than the
Previous 2 days
Previous
volume.
lower than the previous 2 days volume.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for getting module 2 unit 3. All right.
Thank you. Volume of the current is.
Are you happy? Should I go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you closing the trade here? Last date, last one?
No.
No? Why you are not closing the trade here?
Again, you have not taken
Volume.
previous two holds and the volume is also low.
Excellent. I heard her faint volume. Alright. Are you closing the trade here? No. Why? Because volume is not supporting here. So we have another thing. It has not closed below 1, isn't it? Yep. Agree? Are you closing the trade here?
Not yet.
Not yet, because it has not closed below. If volume is not readable in volume spread analysis, we have price. That's why we say volume is 50%, price is 50%. We take advantage of both. We are 100%. My goodness. Okay, are you closing the trade here?
No.
Why? Why?
You can close if you go for vacation. If you have vacation day.
Sorry?
You can close and go for vacation if you have a plan.
Yeah, if we have
Otherwise, you can
plan.
hold.
Yeah. So if you are if you are profiting from here to here, $955 dollar or $9,550, you can close your trade if you are planning a vacation. That's what Arindam said. Otherwise, hold on, because this close is not below this. And what volume is saying, Sri?
Volume is low compared to.
Correct. Volume is low compared to the previous 2 days. Excellent. And it has to be compared with a bearish bar, not a bullish bar. Don't confuse. Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh. Wow. This is
Unnecessary.
this is no looking back. Why this is no looking back? Because once it takes the swing high, that was the swing high previous, that was the swing high next, and that was the previous swing high. You always know the left hand side. That's the advantage of knowing the left hand side, to take advantage of the right hand side, because we have gone long here. We have struggled so many days, and we closed above high taken out, so this swing high is taken out. We closed above high taken out, this swing high is taken out. We close above and high taken out, this swing high is taken out. Do you understand this?
Yes.
How it
Yes.
has broken the 3 swing highs here, this fellow?
Yeah. Hmm.
So is this rocket science? It is only the effort you are putting in your demo back testing, or how much you are reading modules and units 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. Every time you read modules and units, you will learn something more. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, there is no looking back. Are you closing the trade here?
No.
No.
What is the volume telling?
Volume.
Lower than the previous two. Tell, otherwise how it will be registered in your brain. Okay, what is this? Are you closing the trade here? Why?
Not close below, volume is also low.
Yeah, not close below, volume is also low. That is the perfect answer. Are you closing the trade here?
Wait, volume is still low.
Volume
Not broken one, not broken two.
No, okay, and volume is still low compared to previous 2 days, and low is what is the low here?
Low is 145.88.
What is the close here?
Close is 145.92.
Is the close below this low?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no. Who says yes?
No.
I said yes.
Why?
Low 145.88.
Low 145.88.
Can you please write down and remember?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the close?
145.68.
No.
Close. Oh, 92. Sorry, I was looking at the
You
low
stand.
price. Actually.
You stand corrected.
Yes. No.
So
no,
this has not closed below this by 4 pips. I have seen this 1 pip, even 0.5 pip. Why this happens? Because these are traded by mostly computers and us. We do this hard job because we don't have a $1 million computer. I have only a laptop which is $450. Okay. Alright. So the computers who are $1 million, they are being traded at Goldman Sachs, maybe ICICI, maybe Deutsche Bank, and then UBS, Citibank, HSBC. But we are having the knowledge actually not lesser than in any front them. So this has not closed below this, correct? And volume is also low. Are you with me or sleeping already?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Are you closing the trade here?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Exhaustion gap, volume is high.
Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. So we are closing, we are seeing another gap here, what we saw similar to this gap. I told you there are three types of gaps. This is breakout gap, and this is exhaustion gap, and in between whatever happens is a continuation gap. This can be considered as an exhaustion gap, but this is a bullish, that's why it is not exhaustion. This is a bearish, that's why it is an exhaustion. Are you with me?
Okay. Just one more question here, sir.
Yeah.
First thing is closing the long trade, and also is it a trigger to enter the short trade?
Okay, who can answer this question? Is it a trigger to enter the short trade?
Yeah.
For 1%, I mean, because it's a correction. I mean,
Ronak said yes. Who else? First of all, has it broken the 2? Have you checked? What is the low?
low is 143.19.
What is the close?
Close 142.95.
So this has closed below.
Mm.
But the low has to be taken out to go short, isn't it?
Yes, 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 yes.
So we'll place an order here if the low is taken out by 20 pips. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. So, okay.
Okay? With me?
Hmm.
With me, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can I move to the next?
Yes.
So we
please.
have a pending order around here, isn't it? 41.27. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Are we triggered?
No.
Triggered means we are not in the short trade, isn't it? Can we take a long trade here?
No.
No? Why?
Because we are coming from the gap, exhaustion gap, and there's a resistance there. Swing high is there. Yeah.
So possibly we can wait for this high to be taken out. Yeah?
Yeah.
Or if you are
Yeah.
aggressive, you can take this trade because it has closed above 1, and if the high taken out, you can go aggressive, yeah, because volume is supporting as well. Are we closing the trade? We are not triggered because we are not neither short neither long, isn't it? We are having a pending order here to go long and a pending order here to go short. Are you with me?
That's correct. Yeah.
Are we long?
I think that's triggered. Long is triggered.
Alright, so did I answer your question of how to hang on to the trade and re-enter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I understood that.
Very good. Any other question? We have 5 minutes. Any other question of anything? May it be psychology, may it be any other aspect of trading, except
Breakout gap and exhaustion gap and continuation gap.
Go. What is that?
Can you just extend that exhaustion gap and the breakout gap once more in this chart?
Exhaustion gap and continuation. Gaps are my best example with my friend BHP. Anyone ask me a question on gap, I immediately go to BHP. It's one of the biggest company from revenue perspective in Australia, along with Rio Tinto. They are the biggest miners. They are also listed in Nasdaq as well as in South Africa and in London Stock Exchange. This is LSE London Stock Exchange. This is New York Stock Exchange. Everywhere they are listed. So they are very good company, very big company. So let's go to see what this big company in Australasia doing. What it is doing?
Mining.
Gapping.
Hey,
All everywhere.
Actually, it is mining.
It is mining the nuggets, huh?
If they are getting gold here, it goes up. If they are getting nickel here, they goes up. If they are having a gas leakage, they will come down. That's why it is so difficult to trade this. But I'll just answer what Arindam has asked. Oh my goodness. Okay, those of you who are studying, okay, I told you that if you have mixed up your chart like this and the chart has become a one line like this, don't worry. Just click on this button here on the third from the left one. Zoom in, zoom out, and then this one. Yeah. So if you click this one, then this will be automatically resized. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so now to answer the question of difference between different types of gaps. Okay, I will start with this. Alright, So first thing first, we have we'll start the gap with breakout gap, and then we'll do continuation gap, and then we'll try to show you demo. I can hear some one's noise. If you are not talking, please mute your mic. It will be easier for me. Alright, so we'll start with this. Now those of you who have completed our candlestick study at instruction based discussions are very familiar with a concept called uh, mm, uh, this candlestick trading here. There is a concept called abundant baby. Even without understanding candlestick, everyone is knowledgeable from abundant baby thanks to our Bollywood film, isn't it? Alright. So this is a abundant baby. Why this is an abundant baby? Because see, or in English they have converted this abundant baby Japanese term into a island.
Island, yeah.
Yeah, island. This like say Australia map, isn't it? They're cut off from the world here and cut off from the world.
Tasmania. It looks like Tasmania.
Yeah. So yeah, sometimes in Australia I feel like yeah, I'm cut off from entire world because of the island nature. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, in technical term, this is known as abundant baby, or this is island, island bottom. They say island bottom,
Yeah.
island bottom, and then the island bottom will be because you have asked a question on the gap. So this will be one kind of gap, and this will be another kind of gap. Can you first of all, can you see the gap?
Yeah.
On the arrow I have drawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why the question is why this is a breakout gap? Because breakout gap is associated with reversing a trend. Supposing this is a downtrend, agree? Then
Yeah.
the breakout gap is associated to break the downtrend. If I am you, then I'll possibly draw this swing low to swing low, swing high to swing high. We have a swing low and extend it. Is this gap breaking this trend line? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is a breakout gap, plain and simple. English is a strong language. They also know how to trade. All right. So this is a breakout gap, and now the exhaustion gap will possibly at a zone of support or resistance. I'll talk about continuation gap a little later. I have 30 seconds to close this session. All right. So this is a resistance zone. Agree?
Yes.
So if you have not drawn this line, is it a resistance?
Yeah. Still, it's a
Yeah,
resistance.
still it is a resistance. You have not drawn means you are not making money. Others are drawing means others are making money, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
double
these
top.
two lines are at resistance, and if you see a gap at a resistance, then that is an exhaustion gap like this one here.
Yeah.
So is the question on exhaustion gap and breakout gap clear?
Clear.
And the next type of gap, to answer the last question asked on today's session, is a continuation gap. For the continuation gap, we need to draw trend lines, and first we will draw possibly this trend line. Agree? Then this trend line. Agree? Then this trend line. Agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this at the trend line, when it is bouncing from the trend line, that is the power trend line. Those of you who have forgotten trend line, please go and visit the modules and units. Any gap which is happening near the trend line bounce is a continuation gap. So did I answer three types of gaps?
Yes.
Very good. All right, so we are approaching towards the last second of this session. You have exhausted me and yourself. Do you have any last minute question? Otherwise, I'll thank you so very much for the new members who had patience of an angel to bear me for 2 hours, and thanks for Ronak's here witty responses, and thanks to everyone for your time. And
All good. I'll send you the invoice.
I'll send it in, so what is the question?
Can anyone answer this? Like just before you go?
What is that question?
It's like what sort of computer screen or computer kind of thing everyone having for trading.
For trading, for anyone wants to take this question? Ronak has
Bigger
upgraded
the
to
better.
computer.
I've recently look. I used to be on a simple normal laptop
Yeah.
that I had, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and installed a 27-inch monitor, which you can connect it with your laptop.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
And that way you can have like multiple charts going on at the same time as well.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So,
It works out really well. Go with any brand. I bought it off online from Kogan.
no, actually, I have a MacBook, so I can just connect that to the new
That's it.
screen.
All
Yeah.
you need is an
Oh, okay.
HDMI cable, and that's it. You're up and
Yeah,
running.
cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, C has typed a question. What is the best computer screen size for trading? Size and type. I wanna get equipped first. My MacBook 16-inch give me hard time with MT4 and so too small. So did Ronak answer your question, Nishanti?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I mean, I did divide my MacBook. I already have Windows in my MacBook now, so it's just screen wise.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no, you'll see the difference. Once you get the big screen, you'll see the difference.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
With all due respect to everyone,
Thank
and
you.
including Steve Jobs and my Bill Gates, unfortunately and unfortunately, I have seen that trading somewhat, all the trading softwares actually are inclined towards more to Windows system than Mac system. So if you
Yeah,
are
it doesn't let me download MT4, like it's keep rejecting. So I just have to
it's
get.
not because of a problem of MT4. It is because of the success of Bill Gates. He has influenced the traders community across the world to use his system more than Steve Jobs because he died early.
Oh, politics.
But all said and done, Windows system are better off than Mac in trading. So please, if you have a Mac, love it, but don't use it for trading. Switch to Windows system.
Yeah. I'll get a screen. So
If nothing, at least the bigger screen will look good if someone comes into your house. They'll be like, "Wow, what you do?" Yeah,
or professional trader.
yeah.
Really? My goodness.
I tend to equip first. Like I have so many camera system and this and that. Like so most of them are not using much these days anyway. So
Yeah. Just keep adding those $100 monitors and just fill up the whole wall. Yeah. Even if you don't use it, doesn't matter.
Oh God. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
thank you
Bye.
so much for
Bye.
your time. Thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.